What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. It's time for a little more training camp talk, but before we get to that, little bit of an announcement. A few days ago, I posted a poll in my community tab asking people what game they wanted to see me do a live stream of during the preseason. And, well, at the time, I didn't know that I actually had a commitment during the Bears game, the first preseason game that comes up here this Saturday. And I won't be able to stream it. This is not a commitment I can get out of. This is not something I can move. So I'm not going to be able to stream that game. Unfortunately, that was the game that ended up winning by a pretty significant amount. So I can't stream that game. So I want to see of the other two games which one people would have me stream. So I posted a new poll yesterday afternoon on the community tab. You can go over there now. Vote between the Bears game and the Cowboys game. I think as of right now the Cowboys are winning, but it's close. So you guys can pick whichever one you'd rather see me live stream. Sorry I can't do the first game, this upcoming Steelers game, but I have something that cannot be avoided. So yeah, if you care, go over there, vote for one of the options, and whichever one wins, I'm planning on streaming. So, with that out of the way, let's do a little more training camp talk. Unfortunately, today the theme is kind of going to be injuries. We've got some injuries, mostly on defense, that are starting to pile up. And though there were some good things to come out of training camp yesterday, I can't help but really fixate on the fact that we're starting to have some issues, particularly at cornerback, with guys actually staying upright. The big one was this one yesterday afternoon. Artie Burns pulls up with an injury in a pass coverage drill, and he tried to go again, and then it didn't go, it didn't work, and he came out. He got it wrapped, and Pete Carroll later said he's got a groin tweak of some kind, didn't specify, something in the groin, and he doesn't know when he's going to be back. This is on top of the fact that Sidney Jones is still coming back from a concussion. Ryan Neal is still in a walking boot, and Carroll has said he's going to miss a non-trivial amount of time. So you can probably assume he's not going to be ready for the start of the regular season. And while we're here, Trey Brown. Trey Brown still not all the way back. Apparently he's close, but he hasn't started going full throttle yet. Jordan Brooks, also for the moment not practicing, although apparently he's quite close. He's got a hamstring issue. But hey, you add it all up, and it's not nothing. So as of right now, the cornerbacks are, the outside corners are Kobe, Tariq Woolen, and Michael Jackson, and I heard Elijah Penny actually got involved a little bit. So we have kind of gotten down to the nub very quickly here. Not too long ago, we were talking about how cool it was that our cornerbacks were playing so well, but in now it's like, are we going to have enough guys to field when the season starts? It doesn't sound like any of these things are major, but when you're talking about things like groin injuries, concussions, you just don't know sometimes. Even Jordan Brooks's hamstring, as minor as it sounds right now, I think you can't help but look at that and go, hamstrings, they can go on for longer than you expect. They can linger around for a long time. So that's definitely not encouraging. I hope we get good news there soon. Artie Burns, by all accounts, was having a really good camp. And if he can't go for an extended period of time, that puts a lot of pressure on guys like Kobe and Tariq. Now, we're getting to the point where Tariq might end up starting sometime this year just because there's not going to be much of anything left in front of him. Like I've been saying for a while now, I look for Tariq to be kind of a red shirt this year on defense because he's so inexperienced. But he might get forced out there at this rate. So maybe we end up playing around with Marquise Blair at outside corner. I don't know if that's in the cards or not, but some people talk about that sometimes. Good news is Ugo's back. Ugo's back on the field. So whatever it was that was keeping him out, that seems to have cleared up. But he's a nickel corner, so he doesn't really help the outside corner situation all that much. And I'm not going to act like this is a significant thing, but while we're at it, LJ Collier is still out of practice. So the defense is starting to get some injuries piling up, and I'm a little concerned. But hey, if the injuries are going to happen, I guess you'd rather they happen now than happen the day before the first game. So we'll see what clears up. Other than that, most of the things that I heard were positive. Daryl Taylor still looks great. Cross and Lucas sounds like they're both going to start and play a lot against the Steelers on Saturday. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they play. I don't know if Pittsburgh's going to use their best pass rushers. I don't know why you would play TJ Watt in the first preseason game, but whatever Pittsburgh puts out there, it's going to be interesting to see how Cross and Lucas can handle it. Supposedly they are really getting pushed around by Daryl Taylor, but I guess you would kind of expect that. Daryl Taylor looks like he's poised to have that special season. Beyond that, Geno Smith, it's been confirmed he is going to start against the Steelers in the first preseason game. Hopefully, Drew Lock gets to start one of the other two games at least. So that way we get both guys with an opportunity to play with the starters. So far in training camp, Locke is getting a few more opportunities with starters, especially the receivers, but he's still mostly just working with the backup offensive line. So obviously Geno's in the lead right now, and it's completely understandable why. But as of right now, you can't help but get the sense that Geno's just getting a better opportunity to show what he can do. So I'm not sure if Drew Lock can make up the deficit, but he's going to definitely get an opportunity to show more than he has before in the preseason. I am sure that any coach is going to value what he sees in the preseason more than what he sees in a mock game or training camp. But as of right now, Geno's getting the start against Pittsburgh, and it seems to me like he's going to get significant time to play. So that's the status for that right now. Apparently he had a really good day of training camp yesterday. I did hear that, which he needed because there have been some not so great days in recent memory. Apparently he's had some issues getting the ball out on time. So he needs to clear that stuff up because I said this before. Geno Smith's ability to get the ball out on time is one of the things that makes him passable as a quarterback in this league. He's not got he doesn't have a cannon arm. He's not super accurate. He's not an amazing reader of defenses. He doesn't have those qualities. He doesn't have that Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray speed. He doesn't have those things, but he can get the ball out on time. And last year, for the most part, I felt like he did in the games that he got to play, for the most part. So if that gets away from him, you don't have a whole lot left. But sounds like he's getting back on schedule. There was even talk of a couple of deep balls, actually, both by Geno and Drew Lock that were hit in training camp yesterday, which those have not been coming easy lately. Well, I should say this whole training camp, the word is that the deep ball has been shaky, which isn't surprising, right? We were kind of spoiled in that department for a decade because whatever you can say about Wilson, positive, negative, or in between, he does have one of the best deep balls of all time. So you lose something when you move on from him, period. That's really about all I've heard so far. There was one other little thing. I was watching some of the running back pass blocking drills. First of all, Travis Homer's awesome at doing that stuff still, which is great, but Kenneth Walker III showed me a little something there. A little more than I was expecting. If he can pick that stuff up, it's going to help a lot. So, it's just training camp, it's just practice, but Kenneth Walker III, you look at him and you see the complete package. He's got power, he's got speed, he's got agility, he's got burst, he's got the pass catching ability, it looks like. We didn't know based on college, but it looks like he can do it. He's the whole package except for the pass protection. So you give him pass protection and you've got yourself a true bell cow every down running back. Not that you want to put him out there on every down, but the option is there. So for now, obviously, Travis Homer, I don't know if I'm exaggerating here. I don't think I am. Travis Homer is one of the best third down backs in the NFL right now, I believe. He's a phenomenal blocker, and he can catch passes. He's come a long way. So Travis Homer can be the third down back for the time being for obvious reasons. But if Kenneth Walker proves he can block effectively, that's going to be a big help to get him on the field more. All right. I'll see you guys later. Go vote in the poll if you want to see me stream a particular preseason game. I'm going to stream on Twitch later today, I'm sure. We'll see if something goes down. I'll make another video if so. But either way, see you guys when I see you. Go Hawks.